can be looked upon to take them around the park. Second highest point scorer for the year out on the wing today, Joel Kane. And of course Darren Centre is their captain in number 9. There's their team. It's Sears, Kane, Kevin McGuinness, Carlo Hopewadi in good form, Duckworth, Field, Smith, O'Donnell, O'Neill, Scandalis, Centre, Walker, Mesha, Georgalis, Doyle and Lauder, coached by Wayne Pearce. And the Penrith Panthers side is Jorgensen, Beckett, Woods, Elford, Hicks, Carter, Rodwell, Cross, Adamson, Pulatua. That's Tony. It's Gall, Gower, McNamara, Geyer, Frank Pulatua, Sattler and Hopkins, and coached by Roy Simmons. Steve Clark as the referee. New haircut for Stephen by the look of it. So the West Tigers running from left to right. And up against the Penrith Panthers. Penrith come into this game 9th as of today, with Adamson bringing it back. And they can't finish any lower down the ladder, even if they're beaten by the Tigers this afternoon. This is McNamara. West Tigers, of course, they can slide from number 2 to number 7, depending on other results over this weekend. Gower slammed down. And there's the points table showing you exactly where they both are. Panthers, the home side, on top at number 6. That's before the weekend. They're down to number 9 this afternoon, as I said. Jody Gore, front row partner for Carl McNamara. And Craig Gower with that left knee still heavily taped, as Matthew Rodwell is able to evade a tackle. A tackler who came down on a charge down effort, and then a centre kick with Carter chasing it through, and it's cleaned up by the West Tigers back on their own line. Matt Sears it was, with the problem back there in the face of the oncoming Steve Carter.
He had to use all his pace there, didn't he, Matt Sears? Clever work from Rodwell. Got tackled, was able to pass the ball out to the support player, got a kick in, put pressure on the Tigers as Tyron Smith takes it 11 out from his own line.
Craig Field, a dummy half, just a couple of paces away from there before unloading to O'Donnell. And it's played back and again for Field, and Field puts in a big kick this time. It's going straight to Peter Jorgensen, though. Among the leading try scorers in the NRL is Jorgensen with 9, as is Joel Kane. On the halfway line now, with Hicks for Penrith. No Ryan Girdler, of course. State of origin duties for him. Oh, that was a crunching tackle on Gower. That was a good hit by the number 11, Mark O'Neill from the Tigers. Adamson's head hit the ground hard that time as well. As McNamara goes ahead now to the 30-metre line. Opening seconds of the clash between the battle of the big cats, the Panthers and the Tigers. Well, some people would say the battle of the Westerners. This is Beckett now dancing around on the 20-metre line. Clark's arm goes in the air. 5 gone. Carter tries to start something, puts a kick in. Almost got to regather. And then Matt Sears tackled. Did he have an advantage? And it's with the Panthers now. So from Gower, it's with Rodwell, and Rodwell attacks them inside the 10-metre line. Gower to the short side. Adamson there, also with the left knee heavily taped. Similar problem to the one that Craig Gower encountered. Gower a dummy half. John Cross, a little pass up then for McNamara. Back for Cross, out for Rodwell. Rodwell for Carter. Carter with a dummy. Steve Carter will score. Well, he sold them the dummy, and the Tigers stood away. And they provided a passageway for Steve Carter.
And they take full advantage of a good piece of fortune. Matt Sears had a chance to clean up after this kick from Steve Carter. Ball bounced off Carter's hand, and Matt Sears went to pick it up. He was claimed by Carter straight away. I think it's pretty tough against the Tigers, I must admit. I don't think there was any advantage. But then look at the numbers out wide for the Penrith Panthers. Ball back inside, a good offload here. It comes to Steve Carter now. If you freeze it there, you can see these are the outside players, and all these 3 players are really concerned with what's happening out here. Carter threw the dummy. A big man on the inside didn't have the pace to come across and stop Carter. It's been a very good start for the Penrith team. Played good field position early.
20 metres in, 15 back for young Chris Hicks to make it 6-0 early. There's the kick, straight between the uprights. Here's Sears running into traffic and then getting it away for centre. They're 30 metres off the line. Tyron Smith. He's lost the ball. Penalty goes to the West Tigers. Tyron Smith will breathe a sigh of relief here. It was a look of exasperation, and it's turned to relief. I don't know whether it got helped out or not.
That wasn't a deliberate breaking of the football from John Cross.
As your team does battle today, it's a beautiful kick from Cade. 2 points for the West Tigers. 6 points to 2. Gary, that might make you smile just a little bit. 15 for Penrith. There's Frank Pulatua. 25 metres away from the line. And Mark Geyer, but it's a penalty against the Tigers inside the 10. And big MG wants to go on with it, but Carter grabs the reins of control. And they're going to take the shot. Darren Centre asking the referee
he was square and
some advice. Steve Clark.
It was just an example of the Tigers trying to get off their line and put some bustle into this Penrith attack. But when a team's trying to bustle you, the best form of countering that is to keep taking the ball forward like Geyer was there. And the Tigers up too early for referee Clark's liking.
Hicks now from the same mark as he converted the try. 2 more points for the Penrith Panthers. It's 8-2 at the 14th minute.
As soon as they got the football, they had 3 or 4 players back behind the person who caught it, so they could attack immediately. That's exactly what they did with Pulatua making the 30-metre charge. Here comes Centre up the middle again. Through a tackle of Pulatua.
Still going. 15 metres into opposition territory before giving it to Hopewadi. Now Sears scurries away from the play the ball area back through centre, then to Field. Field gives it up now. This is O'Donnell. O'Donnell's got one to beat. Support is there. They're over. Justin Doyle has scored. Doyle has scored for the West Tigers.
Well, the Panthers might be on their game, but the Tigers will be very happy with that effort as well, because they were on their own line only moments ago, and Darren Centre was again the man who's got them out of trouble. High stepping out of the tackle of Frank Pulatua. This time he didn't throw a pass that led to a mistake. Hopewadi got a good play of the ball. Just have a look at the run around as they come back this way. You'll see Pulatua, the big man, just not able to cover this. As we freeze it there, Pulatua has come across. This man a little bit slow in coming, and that allows the Tigers to come back up the middle. And it's the second rower who finds the try scorer. O'Donnell, a good ball to Justin Doyle, but really set up from the centre break. They score 6.
So there's another 2 points. 45 metres out from his own line. Well, Peter Sterling, I got the impression watching this game early on that we might have been in for a big afternoon for the Penrith side to score plenty of points. Here's Craig Field looking for the regather. He does that. A bat down. Carlaw gets it away. And Joel Kane's in. Oh, that is magical stuff. That's beautiful stuff. Craig Field. How was that?
Well, that is Craig Field.
Forget my previous question, by the way.
That is genius best. Have a look at this for a regather, and the pass almost in the same motion. Just beautiful stuff, and Carlaw did very well to expect it. And he just put it onto his winger, who scored. We saw, as Phil Gould pointed out, Craig Field earlier putting the little chip over. That time Carter was able to stop it. That's just beautiful stuff. He's actually thrown the football, not even looking at the support player. Inspirational stuff. And that's why the Tigers are sitting second on the ladder.
10 in from touch. On its way, the touch judges like it. No, they don't. Flags are down. Sterling's laughing. At my expense again. So, with the siren about to sound, the Tigers, Duckworth that came off a player who didn't plant the ball. Now Kevin McGuinness takes a shot at goal. And it's there. Was it Kevin McGuinness? Yes, it was. So add a point to the West Tigers total. This was rapid-fire stuff and great thinking. Why not? The bounce came back off the rump of one of the Panthers. Kevin said, OK, I can't think of anything else. So he's drop-kicked it over. 13-8 at the break.
This Australian women's cricket team have been leading the way.
Pakistan still looking for their first ever victory over Australia. They are by far the best side.
Your boss is taking the office cricket match seriously. That's out. What are you going to do? 3 times the protection for those high-pressure moments. Rexona Clinical.
If you want to bowl faster tomorrow, you need sports nutrition you can trust today. IMT Sports Nutrition is banned substance tested and Informed Sports certified. IMT Sports Nutrition, powering tomorrow, today.
Hair loss? Consult Advanced Hair Studios Clinic and regain a full head of hair, as did cricket legends Jacques Kallis and Sourav Ganguly and tennis legend Pat Cash.
I love my hair then, still do, and that's why I'm seeing Advanced Hair Clinic. Their amazingly effective treatments have stopped my hair loss and regenerated hair where I was losing it.
Advanced Hair Clinic. They're the world champions in hair restoration. Call Advanced Hair Studio now.
Julio bought cheap car insurance with cheap accident repair. Don't risk bargain regret. Next time join the A-Team, hey Julio. Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does.
Full service history and extra 1-year warranty.
We're on!
Toyota certified. Pre-owned in a class of its own. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
100% Aussie Angus beef, melty cheese, chunky tomato relish, lettuce, and a nice slice of beetroot. 2 words, my friends. Aussie as.
Get a read on this summer for $1 a week for the first 8 weeks. Enjoy full digital access to your favourite news, plus weekend paper delivery. Search News Special Offer today.
Gorge yourself on the Foxtel Movies Banquet. A sumptuous selection of your favourite franchises. On you. And you can watch them all right now, on demand.
And welcome back to Penrith Football Stadium, together with this very big crowd on hand this afternoon. 13-8 the score, with the Tigers leading the home side. Stephen Clark is the man in charge. Second half now, with the West Tigers leading by 13-8 and 2 tries to 1. And both of their tries could find themselves being analysed over and over again as we look for the tries of the year. A couple of bloppers. Shane Walker now will play the ball out on his own 30-metre line as they go for, I thought they were going for an early kick, but in fact the ball found Tyron Smith, and then it's found Carlaw. Now Joel Kane running down the left touch line, running away from Rodwell, and didn't give it back to Carlaw, and Jorgensen made a most important tackle. Wide now from Duckworth, finding Craig Field. Now Matt Sears comes into the back line. Kevin McGuinness, the ball knocked down. Picked up then by O'Donnell, and 6 to go. O'Donnell then, 10 metres away from the line. Field, running in traffic, giving it back for O'Donnell. O'Donnell for Hopewadi, and Hopewadi succumbing in the tackle as that sideline got horribly close. Now centre, taken down by Carter and Gower. Field, Smith, McNamara wrestles him down. Panthers line intact at the moment. They go back for O'Donnell. O'Donnell gets the arms free. Now McGuinness is over. Kevin McGuinness. Well, he finished the first half brilliantly, and he started the second half even better. Kevin McGuinness scores. 17-8 the Tigers.
And it's a try that came probably later than it should have done. I don't think there's any doubt here, after some great lead-up work, that Joel Kane really only had to draw the fullback and throw the pass back inside to John Carlaw, and I think Carlaw would have had the pace to defy Chris Hicks. Good work here. The second man play. David Woods forced to come in, and then with McGuinness doubling around, the big gap and opened up. And a couple of defenders on the far side. You'll see here, as David Woods comes in, we freeze it there. This is Woods. Now, he'll come in to make the tackle in here, and it'll leave some space on the outside. As play continues, Woods comes in, makes the tackle, and then the Tigers players, they fan around, and McGuinness, way too much pace for Gulatua. As I said, I do think that try came a little bit later than it should have done.
Watch Kevin McGuinness. As I said earlier, there's a couple of rules for being a decoy runner. First, look like you're going to get it. 2, expect to get it. And 3, if you don't get it, turn around and back up. And that's what Kevin McGuinness did. He went past the play, got himself back in position, picked up the offload from O'Donnell, took advantage of some pretty lethargic defence by the Panthers on the short side as Joel Kane kicks towards the post.
What a kick. What a kick. Further 2 points. McGuinness's try has been converted by Joel Kane. 19-8, Andrew.
Well, they are playing with such great confidence. They are playing like the side that is running second in the NRL, which is exactly their position going into today. Kevin McGuinness scores the try. I'll tell you, the happy bloke as Joel Kane booted this one over. It's the injured Tigers centre, Terry Hill, who's with me. Half-time instructions from Wayne Pearce were obviously go on with the job, and they've started perfectly.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he just wanted ball control and try to get to our kick, and the boys are not making mistakes, so we're looking good.
The game started off a little tough. I mean, the first 10 minutes, it looked like it was going to be Penrith's afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. They've got a lot of big men, and playing at home, they always come out, you know, like a bull out of a gate. Junior said we'd wear them down late in the half, and that's what we've done.
Hold the phone there, Terry. Here's Craig Field. Clean pair of heels. Gets it away. John Hopewadi. Hopewadi's in. Go on, Terry. You can cheer. Tezza.
It's like booting home winners at Wentworth Park for Terry Hill.
Mate, the boys, they're playing fantastic. I mean, have a look at them. Fantastic.
Back to you, boys.
Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Look at him. There he is on camera. I watched him. He was trying to get rid of the microphone. That's when we took it off him, and then he started to ride like George Moore. Good luck to you, Tezzy. You've brought them luck. They make the Boston the little halfback. He goes through a gap. Luke O'Donnell starts it. Here comes Craig. And then look at Big Johnny.
Yes, he didn't have the pace to beat Beckett, but Hopewadi had done particularly well. What a game the number 12 is having, Luke O'Donnell. Put the step on Steve Carter. Then I'm not quite sure whether this one works or what it means. But the Penrith players aren't too impressed with the celebrations or the scoreboard now.
I think that's something out of World Championship Wrestling.
I'm still getting over Terry Hill and thinking to himself, I'm supposed to commentate, but all I want to do is cheer. They convert another try. This is a bit of a carve-up at the moment. What do you want, Junior? A leg or a bit of breast? 25-8 the score. Now, Andrew, when you were rudely interrupted or bombarded by us in the box, you hadn't spoken about Penrith.
Yeah, the message was pretty simple from Roy Simmons, but it seems to have fallen on deaf ears. It was just to pick up
Hold the phone
intensity.
again, Andrew, if you don't mind. It's on again. And Kevin McGuinness this time. Not held. Gets it back on the inside. Doyle gets it away from Field. He's over again. Craig Field is in. Third try. West Tigers are going mad. 3 tries in about 7 minutes.
There's the one right up the far
Well,
end.
the only concern for Stephen Clark in this try, I think, is the initial pass from John Hopewadi. But the Tigers, they've got every reason to celebrate. They are playing some beautiful rugby league. Support play is sensational. And every time they've got the football, they're putting a lot of pressure on this Panther defence. A great ball from Hopewadi on the far side, if it hasn't gone forward. Now it's 3 on 4 out there. They go that way. A cut-out pass to Hopewadi. And again, we see McGuinness doubling around, as Phil Gill pointed out. It's a good player, stay alive. No dramas with that pass at all. That's gone half a metre backward. I thought McGuinness might be able to get around Jorgensen, but the fullback did pretty well to come up with an ankle-tapping tackle. McGuinness straight back to his feet. Craig Field finds one of the other try scorers in Justin Doyle, and he gets a great pass to Craig Field, who hurdles a couple and scores next to the post. That's just great to watch.
In the early part of this try where the ball went wide to Hopewadi, that was the pass that the Panthers groaned at, waiting on the decision. We've got a 6-pointer here.
It's another try. So there it is, another 2 points. And then it comes away from Sattler for Rodwell. Rodwell for Hopkins. Hopkins now out for Elford. Elford steps off that right foot, does it well. Then Hicks goes back inside. Dances around on the 10-metre line. Looks around for support. Frank Pulatua. Frank gets it away for Hopkins. Hopkins away. Here's a try. Elford. Elford scores. The Panthers are over. The Panthers are in.
And they get rewarded for perseverance, keeping the ball alive. Good support play, reminiscent of what has got the Tigers into this winning position. And they can score a lot of points quickly, the Panthers. Stepping back inside, they've got good evasion, the outside men, Elford and Hicks. They combine there. Nice pass back inside to Pulatua. He gets it to Hopkins. And crossing out wide is Elford, his second touch of the movement.
We saw the footwork there from Chris Hicks. That's what I was talking about earlier. He had no need to kick when he was given an opportunity only a minute ago. But the Panthers over in the corner here. An important kick. They're 24 points behind, so they have to keep scoring even sixes if they're going to win the football game. But it just shows what they can do if they get a little bit of ball at the right end of the field. And the Tigers are going to have to keep their heads up here to close this game out.
Elford, the try scorer, forms this combination out wide with this man taking the kick, Chris Hicks. It looks good. It's there. A further 2 points to the Panthers. Look at the flags flying. They're coming back. 31-14, 59 gone. Welcome to our viewers in the UK through Sky Sports today and through Sky Sports in New Zealand. We're getting letters from people in the Shaky Isles telling us that they watch our football and thankfully they enjoy it. As Craig Field takes us into the next section of play. Now, which way is this game going to go? Just get that feeling that if they can score the black side and convert, they're going to put some pressure right on West Tigers. Here's David Woods turning it inside. Robbie Beckett. Beckett angles back in across the park. Gets rid of a tackler. Doyle it was. Now it's gone across for Sattler. Not held. Sattler taken down 15 metres out from the line. That was Lauder, not Doyle, by the way, that missed the tackle. Now it's Carter. Gets it away. Sattler pushes it. Very, very wide. Hopkins steps. Hopkins pulled down 2 metres from the line. Now Frank Pulatua goes for it himself, and he's held up. Gower waiting on the fourth. And he goes himself, he's over. Gower's over. Puts it down behind the uprights. He got a big decoy from Jorgo. Jorgensen was flying, but he was on automatic pilot, and Gower put it over the line.
Yeah, the Panthers, they don't believe they're out of this game. David Woods, ball back inside to Robbie Beckett. If Lauder hadn't got a touch there on Beckett, I think he might have even scored himself. Mark Guy did very well to be there. And then a couple of rucks later, after this tackle on the Penrith players, we see Craig Gower throw the dummy. You the Tigers believing there was a shepherd involved.
At the other end of the park, there's the conversion, successful. David Woods, Carl McNamara.
Still got numbers to the right here if they can just get outside the defence. Rodwell gets under one.
Now it's Tony Pulatua. They're in again. They're over again. Tony Pulatua. Kick to come. 31-24.
And we are in for some sort of finish here in the last 15 minutes. Rodwell takes them on, ducks under the tackle, somehow manages to get a pass around the back, and then there are three players up against one, and it's big Pulatua who takes Kane over the line.
What an amazing game of rugby league, Phil Gould.
You know, I said earlier that if the West Tigers could close this game out professionally, then they do have claims for a premiership. What I didn't say was that if the Panthers think they can win it, they've got to come back from here at 31-8, and they certainly have. 31-24 with the kick to come. Still 13 minutes on the clock. The Panthers are on a roll. This crowd's right behind them. And the Tigers, well, they're going to have some work to do to get out of this.
This is an important kick, this one, Pete.
Yeah, that field goal attempt at the other end, that said, I don't want to lose this game. It puts us 12 in front, then the worst we'll get is a draw. It wasn't a winning mentality.
He's got this.
Yes.
He's got it. He's got it. Yes, the flags are up. So is the crowd. 67 minutes gone. 31-26. The Tigers hanging on. Jam. And now Rodwell away for Cross. Cross on for Pulatua. Pulatua. He's over again. Tony Pulatua. He's over again. Try. Another try.
Well, I can't remember the last time I saw a game like this. They are falling apart, the Tigers. Running at will, the Panthers now. Just busting out of tackles. This is ridiculous play. There's no doubt in the mind of the referee that it's a penalty. And how Ben Duckworth could get up complaining, he made it so obvious, and that gave the Panthers field position. As we come wide, we freeze it there. You can see that they just had so many players there. Joel Kane decided to stay out with two other Penrith players.
21 out, 2 in from touch. It's coming around, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's got it. He's got it. 32-31. The Panthers are in front.
Now the Panthers fans can race to their feet now. 35 seconds. They'll count down the tackles. We'll get a penalty to the Panthers. It's all over. It's all over. A penalty for stripping, about number 5 in the second half. The Tigers desperate to get the ball back.
Jerry Mesh's putting one finger up saying there was only one tackler. I think there were 4.
Well, I've seen some amazing games of rugby league. That this must take the cake. This is Scott Sattler. Almost called him John. Sattler will play the ball. No, he won't. He doesn't have to play the ball. It is over. It is a Houdini performance. They have gotten out of jail. 31-8 down. They've won 32-31.